All right, and good evening. Welcome to Tornado Live here at Black Horse Pub and Brewery here in Alcoa. Tonight, I have Coulter Toe with me. He is going to join us. We're going to be talking to Coach Andy Bird with the Alcoa soccer team tonight. And also, we should have some players along with a player or two from the football game. But we're going to start, speaking of football, we're going to talk here just a little bit. Alcoa, in dramatic fashion, was able to hold off Maryville, winning 28-21, breaking a little bit of a streak where the visiting team had and there and gets their second consecutive Rebel for us. What did you see during that game?
Well, Scott, it was overall a very good game. You know, both teams were able to dominate on offense, but I feel like what Alcoa did and what Maryville didn't do was dominate the run game. I feel like Alcoa was able to hold Maryville on the run, and Maryville wasn't really able to do a good job against Alcoa.
Correct, and the thing, too, is that you look at how Will Jones came into the game. He still had 222 yards passing.
Yep.
Kid is an outstanding quarterback. But Alcoa's defense did not break when it counted the most, as they held off two passes into the end zone, knocking them away and keeping Maryville from being able to tie that game up. But something, Coulter, that I found very impressive as well with Maryville was the fact that Alcoa possessed the ball probably close to over 30 minutes during the game, giving Maryville probably about just around 18 minutes to have the ball. They barely had the ball in the second half at all.
Yeah, like you said, Scott, you know, Alcoa was able to really dominate the time of possession, and that definitely played a factor, especially in the second half, where Maryville is really only able to have two offensive possessions, and when you have those possessions, they're big possessions, and you have to score. And Alcoa did a really good job at holding Maryville to not score on those possessions.
Right, an excellent game by the Alcoa defense. Also an excellent game by the Alcoa offense is Thomas Manu had a super game, both running and passing for Alcoa. The player of the game that we had for it was Jacoby Cooper, had an outstanding game as well. What kind of stats were we looking at those two gentlemen?
Yeah, so Thomas Manu, 16 completions, 20 attempts, 181 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And on the ground game, Manu had 12 rush attempts for 84 yards.
And I noticed, go ahead.
And Jacoby Cooper with 1 rush that went 30 yards, 5 receptions for 64 yards, and a reception touchdown.
Yeah, that run from Jacoby Cooper was one nobody was looking for, as they were able to pull off a double reverse and get the ball inside the 10-yard line in the closing minute of the game. Alcoa able to score not too long right after that to take the lead on that game. Also a player with an outstanding game with 2 touchdowns as well was Micah Jones.
Yep, Scott, Micah Jones, 18 rush attempts that went 65 yards, and like you said, 2 touchdowns. So definitely an outstanding performance from that man.
That is true. Being the first game of the season, a little different for Maryville and Alcoa. It's been quite a while since that has occurred. So we got that out of the way. We got Maryville under a belt. We look at week 2. Who do we have coming up? But just around Westtown,
Bearden.
You got Bearden, exactly. The Bulldogs coming to town on Friday night. That looks like a good game. A little bit of difference for Bearden this year as they've changed their coaching staff. Could be a little bit different look for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, for sure, Scott. And last year, Alcoa was able to defeat Maryville, and I think that outcome is going to happen the same way this year. However, I think Alcoa is going to beat them by a lot more just because Bearden lost their head coach last year, and a lot of players went with him.
Right, quite a few players transferred out to other schools as well.
Yep.
And then, like you said, the coach, too, is different as well. So that's going to be interesting to see if they change their offense or what kind of schemes they're going to run, as those that are wondering about district play or regional play for Alcoa. That happens in 2 weeks, as Alcoa will be traveling to Corrington as they take on the Gibbs Eagles. That will be again on September 5th. Looking forward to that game as well. As Heath points out quite a few times, he's excited the fact that we'll have Heritage in there because that's his alma mater. Gibbs is my alma mater, so it's going to be fun to get to go back home as well and get to see our Alcoa Tornadoes take them on as well. But Coulter, waiting in the wings for us here in just a few minutes is the coach of the Alcoa Tornadoes girls soccer team is Andy Bird coming into his fourth season.
Yep, Scott, Andy, the Alcoa soccer team coming in 1-on-1 on the season. Pretty sure they have 7 total seniors, so a lot of experience out of that soccer team.
And that's going to be really good because that's something you definitely need in soccer is some good experience, but also in soccer you need good depth, and Alcoa has that as well. So we're going to take here just a minute and take a quick break as we get Coach Bird up here, and stay with us. We'll be right back momentarily. All right, welcome back to Black Horse Pub and Brewery. I'm Scott Dunkel along with Coulter Toe as you're listening to the Tornado Live broadcast. As today we have Coach Andy Bird with us here up on the stage. And Coach, you've had a heartbreaking loss. It looks like the Cleveland 1-0, and then a really good game just the other day against Halls.
Yes.
You won that one 3-0, and it looks like Sequoia is coming up here in next Tuesday, I believe, as well.
Yeah, we have Sequoia coming up next Tuesday, but before that, we go to the Bearden Invitational Tournament. Obviously at Bearden, and we play Liberty Creek, who's been a powerhouse in the state, and then we also get to face off against. Oh my heavens, I'm nervous. We also get to face off against Catholic. So I'm excited about playing both those teams.
Yeah.
And that's just going to give us an opportunity to grow as a team. So we're excited about that.
Right, and some good competition coming up for you as well.
For sure.
You're in Class AA Region 3 District 5,
Right.
according to what TSSAA showed anyway.
Correct.
Some good teams in that region, or region, district, whichever you want to call it there, as you have Heritage, Kingston, Loudon, Sequoia, and South Dole. Who do you see, and other than yourself, who do you see as the toughest team in that region?
If you had it ranked, I think we're going to fall into the top team there, and then probably Kingston, who has a couple of pretty good ECNL club kids coming on, and their team, and you've got a Heritage team who lost 7 or 8 seniors last year. You got a South Doyle team who's one of their best players was, I think, injured earlier on this year, and she may be back, doubtful. It was a club injury, and they've got a couple of seniors over at South Doyle that can go. Sequoia's kind of the budding program, and they're still in their infancy, but it's always fun to go down there, and knock the ball around with them because they always bring a team that comes out and they'll hustle and they'll run at you. I kind of tell the girls, be prepared because there's going to be some girls coming at you with a little bit of a recklessness abandonment when we come down there. But overall, it's a quality team to go down and get a chance to play them. And everyone else just kind of fades into the district. So excited to get the district games going, but looking forward. Next weekend. This weekend we're obviously at the Bearden Invitational, but next weekend we go to the Cleveland Classic down in Cleveland, Tennessee, and get to play Signal Mountain. So that's a regional powerhouse there.
Right.
And so we get to play them, get an early look at them, and then we also, while we're down there, we'll get to play East Hamilton, who's a relatively not new, but relatively newer than Cleveland, newer than Alcoa, into the system down in the Chattanooga area. So two good teams down there as well.
Yeah, I was looking last year, a tough loss in the region semifinals to Signal Mountain.
Yes.
Last year.
Yeah, it was a good night.
Tough.
It was a good night. They're a good team. They went deeper in the playoff obviously than we did. I think they were eliminated in the semis or maybe the state. It was the semis. But at the same time, they have a handful of kids coming back. I think he has 4 8th graders that has come in as freshmen that are starting. So he has 4 freshmen coming in to start.
Like
Signal
that.
Mountain. And they've got a club system up there located right beside their field. So they've got the Signal Mountain Club up there, and then obviously right there's the high school field. So feeds right into that system pretty well.
Yeah, exactly. Now, we were talking a little bit earlier before you came on, and want to let the people watching here also get to know a little bit more about Coach Bird. I know you a Maryville College graduate.
Maryville College graduate, class of 98, go Scots. But before that, graduated from Alcoa High School. Fun to come full circle. I went to Cleveland High School after I graduated, started coaching in '99, and so I've been coaching soccer since the end of the 20th century. There, I think it's more fun to say if it's been coaching since the late 1900s.
Yes.
So that's always fun to say.
Shows like it's a whole lot more experience.
Oh yeah.
As well.
So
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say very impressive in that. Now, you said you were at Cleveland for a little bit. Where did you go after that?
Well, I was at Cleveland for 16 years.
Oh, wow.
So lucky enough, my wife and I could come home to help take care of some aging parents, and found a job at Heritage High School.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was there, we did a lot of big things out at Heritage. Put in a lot of much needed facility there, and they're obviously still growing. So it's fun to come into programs and, in my opinion, build a program. And that's what we've been working to do at Alcoa. Since I've got there, we have gotten the middle school team still full throttle. First time ever, the girls now have a JV and a varsity team in the middle school. The intermediate school has a team coached by Colette Brown and Easy Doer. They play first. This is their second season. Last year, it'll be their third season this year that they're playing with all the Blount County schools. Okay. And so an intermediate. And we started this past Saturday with with Soccer Saturdays, which is what we're doing for 6 Saturdays this fall. We have kids coming in that are in kindergarten, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade.
Oh,
so
good. Yeah.
What we're trying to do is get every kid who wants to play soccer in the Alcoa system, get a ball on their foot, get them familiar with the ball, and get them interested and fired up about soccer. That's what it takes to be successful. If you want to have a successful program, you have to do those things.
Yeah, I was talking with the swim coach last year about the Olympics and the number of kids that start to watch the Olympics and get really interested in swimming. For soccer, you see a lot more of the World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of reaction do you see out of the kids that, start saying things about the World Cup? Do you get more participation when that usually rolls around?
Yeah, you will, especially at the younger ages, because they'll see the World Cup on. But it's kind of funny, and soccer's on Saturdays in the morning, and a lot of kids now instead of watching cartoons, they wake up and they watch the English Premier League, and they'll play soccer on Saturdays up until 3 o'clock now, and those are the Premier League games and some other leagues that they get in, and so you can get up. And when I was younger, you could never find a soccer game. If you found a soccer game, you couldn't. It was kind of unique, but now you can get on. Due to technology, you can get on and find live games. And
back in the old days, you might find it on ESPN4 or something.
Yes, yeah, on ESPN4, yeah. Didn't have a good signal. So
right, exactly.
Yeah. So it was fun though.
Coulter, you got a question?
Yep. So great to see you, Coach.
Good to see you, Coulter, for sure. Thank you for having us.
Yep. I have a couple questions for you. First off, this Alcoa team has several seniors, many returning starters, and a lot of depth. Can you sort of tell me how that will help this team achieve its goals this season?
Well, number one, in the game of soccer, you've always got some kids that are beat up. So it served us well so far, because I think with sickness and injury and some other situations that we had, I think that we had 3 players on the bench during our first game against Cleveland that were actually ready to go and could come in and help. Probably 5, but 1 or 2 of those pretty young. So it's good to have a number of kids on the bench that you can go to and help. And what that does is it just allows the players more rest time. So instead of playing 80 minutes, you're going to get 60 to keep you a little bit fresh, and it helps you if you have 2 to 3 games a week. It helps you, per se, we're playing Tuesday, and then we play again Saturday and Sunday, and with the depth, it really helps to preserve your kids, and it's a lot safer for your kids. So especially early on when the kids aren't up to 100% game speed and don't realize the demands of the game, it definitely helps to have big numbers, and the leadership, once it sorts itself out, is fantastic. Probably one of the highlights of the year so far is after game, and I think this was after Cleveland. I called them out on the field, but they were already huddled up talking. So I know if I can see that out of a group, if a group will huddle and talk by themselves before they get to talk with me, then I know that we're on the right path, and that's what we're already doing. So, there's a couple of minor things that pop out with those. With seniors, as a senior, you've been there, you feel like you deserve to play, and a couple of minor things with that, but for the most part, it's been fantastic.
Yeah, for sure, Coach. And you talked a little bit about leadership. Can you tell me a little about the seniors and upperclassmen and what they really mean to this soccer team?
Well, it's funny you ask that, because that's a question that has been going through my mind lately, because you're constantly you wake up and it doesn't take you long before in the morning that's you're thinking about that, and it's kind of the last thing you think about before you go to bed. And if you look at the 7 seniors that we have, most of them have been with us for the duration of their time at Alcoa High School, and you really probably, as a coach, you spend more time with that kid than anyone else on staff. So you're fortunate to have a positive impact on that kid. And and you'll hear the girls say often, is my number 1 goal is to make you a better human. And that's a great thing that they entrust you with, and the girls really respond well to the positive reinforcement and being grateful, and we push some core values on them, and we talk about other coaches coming in and or other coaches that have been there, and other coaches obviously out there in the real world. We have other coaches come in and speak with us, so I think we've really embraced the growth mindset, and we're constantly pushing to become better.
All right, and thank you, Coach. One more question for you. So you guys have played a few games. You guys are 1-1 on the season. What do you like about this team so far, and is there anything you guys think that you can improve on?
Oh yeah, we can improve on quite a bit. I said the other day that winning covers up what you're not really good at. So we definitely can improve on a lot of small things. And the good thing about this group is the things that we need to improve on are simple to fix, and it just takes a little bit more repetition, and we'll get there. And what I love about this team is they love each other. They're going to have their inside conflicts like every family does, but our team motto is 100% as a family. And so let's get this done 100% as a family, and that's what we've been doing this year. And you can see it in warm-ups, you can see it at our practice. There's a lot of senior leadership, and it's been a really fun team so far. With some teams, you kind of worry late in the postseason where they're going to be, and with this team, if they do everything that they've told me that they're going to do, then I expect us to have a very successful postseason run.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
All right, Coach, and a final question is kind of a little bit of what you've mentioned a minute ago, but talking about your seniors again.
Okay.
What kind of role do they take in helping you, one, to establish the culture of the team, also of helping you develop the underclassmen?
Yeah, well, a lot of the times when I was involved in sports, back when the dinosaurs were roaming the earth, freshmen were, the kids who would help clean up. The
Right.
freshmen would do this, and the freshmen would do that, and that's not necessarily a negative thing, but we have a more of a service-centered philosophy to where the seniors are the ones who are cleaning up, the seniors are the ones showing the freshmen what to do, and sometimes I got to go back and fix what the seniors do because they're still kids, but at the same time they've modeled, you can't say professionalism as a kid, but really if you look at them and you look at the girls, our goals are really, really simple. Win the district, and then realign that goal. Have a 3.8 GPA, which is fantastic.
Right.
I think have 4 shutouts, and I can't remember the other 2 offhand, but at the same time, if you look at their grades, and what they do, and I looked out at the team the other day, and a young girl said, "Well, I've got a C in here," and I said, "Well, we don't do that." I said, "It's fine if that's if you're working as hard as you can," but I said, as a group of seniors and a group of freshman soccer girls, we have A's and B's. And I said, if you're doing your best, that's totally fine. I said, that's fine. We'll cover that up with an A, because she was making an A too. She's like, I just got this C. And I said, well, that's not our culture. So if you look at the culture and what they have been taught from the people that came before them and to the young kids that we have now, excellence is a habit. And the girls, from the youngest freshman to the older senior, have a habit of excellence in everything they do.
Well, it sounds like a really great culture going on there that's
yeah.
being established, and the girls are really buying into what you're wanting. So, Coach, we appreciate you being
Yes,
here
sir.
with us
Thank you.
today.
It's been great.
Good luck on the rest of the season. We'll
Oh, yes.
definitely be keeping an eye on y'all.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to take another break here in just a minute. When we do, we're going to come back with some of the soccer players up here. So stay with us. We'll be back shortly.
Thank you.
Coach, thank you.
Yeah, that was great. I'm going to go eat all their food.
Hey, yeah,
They didn't
enjoy
eat
it.
all. Yeah. It's nice to see you, man. Thank you for sure. Thank you.
All right, and welcome back to Tornado Live. We're here at the Black Horse Pub and Brewery in Alcoa, Tennessee. I've got with me three of the Alcoa ladies soccer players here, as we have Colette Brown, we have Whitley Piercy, and A.K. Bauman. Look at Coach over there reading. Ladies, looks like y'all got a good start to the season so far. Tough one to Cleveland the other day, but a good return with Halls. Looks like you have a tournament coming up at Bearden as well, per Coach Bird, and then you get in the region play with Sequoia coming up as well. But we want to know a little bit about each one of you, so you probably have to get a little closer to the mic. But we'll start first with Colette down on the end, and tell us a little bit about yourself. What grade are you in?
Okay, well, yeah, my name's Colette Brown. I'm a junior at Alcoa High School. I've been playing soccer ever since I was 5 years old, and I'm also in National Honor Society and Scholars Bowl.
Nice, very nice. All right, Whitley.
Hi, my name is Whitley. I'm a senior at Alcoa High School. I've been playing soccer since I was 5 as well, and I play center back on the Alcoa High School team. I'm also involved in the National Honor Society and Key Club, and I also play on the tennis team at our high school.
Sound busy. Sound very busy. All right, and we have Anna K. Bauman, goes by AK. Tell us a little bit about yourself, AK.
Yeah, so I've been going to Alcoa for about 14 years now, and I'll also be playing soccer for 14 years as well. And I'm also in National Honor Society with these two as well, so staying pretty busy with
Well,
them.
as a former National Honor Society person, welcome.
Yeah.
As well. Again, we were talking to Coach Bird earlier about your season. What probably is your greatest strength, and what would you think your weakness is that you want to improve on as the season goes along? I'll take either one of you.
I think our greatest strength is that all of us are pretty fast, and we know how to play the ball. And a lot of us have played together for a while, so we kind of have a really good connection on the field and off the field. So I believe that's definitely our strength.
Coulter, you got a question?
Yep. So for AK and Whitley, I saw somewhere that as seniors, not only do you guys have a goal of winning a championship, but you all really want to set a good example for the underclassmen and leave the soccer program in a better place. What does that look like to you?
To me, that just means leaving a legacy of hard work and commitment as a family, because we have a mission statement, and that's to give 100% as a family. So we really just want to show the way for the underclassmen. That way, when we leave next year, they have that basis of what the team's supposed to be like.
All right, and for Colette, you guys have played a few regular season games so far. How have they gone for you, and is there anything personally that you want to work on?
I think as far as our regular season games go, I mean, obviously Cleveland was a tough loss, and we brought it back with Halls. I think personally, I would really like to work on finishing the ball more, maybe scoring some more goals this season. And I think that as a team, we do need to work a little bit more on the offensive side of things. I think we have a really strong defense, but that offensively, a little bit improvement would really take us to the next level.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, very good. Again, as we talked about the season, and y'all are out there, you've got the newcomers. What do you do personally to be able to help them understand, one, the culture of Alcoa, also to understand their role in what they're doing out on the field?
I definitely think that's a key part is us putting into the freshmen and sophomores as well, just so they know, like Whitley said, the basis of it, but really them understanding the Alcoa culture. A lot of them have grown up here, and majority of us have, so it's kind of just not just ourselves. I think that's our main thing we're focusing on too as well. So kind of just having a winning mentality is what we have here at Alcoa, I feel like. So I feel like that's what they know, their mindset going into each season is going to be. And everyone has that kind of grittiness. And one in particular, Gigi, she just knows how to rise to the top every single time. She is one that will gut it out for you. And I already see it in her as freshman, and she's going to do really good.
Yeah, I noticed that she was listed as one of the newcomers, also along with Sophie Pate from CAK and Emma Hawkins. you have a new goalkeeper as well, Maddie Stewart. Tell me a little bit about Maddie.
Maddie's doing really well. This is her first year playing. She also plays softball and baseball, so she's very involved, very athletic. She's definitely come on very strong. She's learning how to play soccer, obviously, because it's her first time playing, but I think she's doing really well, and she's going to be vital to our success this season.
Okay. And Whitley mentioned earlier about being two sports. Are either of you, other two, into any other sport?
I have, yeah. I've also gotten a state championship in track before.
Oh, nice.
So I
Yeah.
run track, yeah.
Keeps you busy. Soccer gets you in shape. Track
Yeah.
will help you stay there.
Yeah.
So, we're really excited about seeing what y'all do the rest of the season. We're definitely going to be keeping up with it. Hopefully, we can get y'all back here a little bit later in the season too. Y'all can tell us about winning the district and the region and all that fun stuff too when we get to it. And hopefully, you're going to bring a state trophy home. with
Yeah,
you as
Hopefully
well.
to see you in October, yeah.
But we definitely appreciate y'all coming out today, joining us here, and letting the people here and also listening get a chance to know you and the soccer team as well. So again, we thank you very much for coming out, and we'll be back here in just a couple minutes, and we'll have some members of the football squad is with us. We'll be right back. All right, and welcome back to Black Horse Pub and Brewers. We have Alcoa live tonight. This is Scott Dunkel here along with Coulter Toe. But up on the stage now today joining us is Jacoby Cooper along with Sam Garland. So we're going to talk a little bit. Guys, Friday night, a little exciting. What do you think?
Yeah.
Getting a chance to beat Maryville 2 times?
Yeah.
That's not something that, unfortunately, a lot of the Alcoa players and have got to say in each class is that you've defeated them consecutive years. But I think possibly maybe starting a trend, maybe we can make it 3 and 4 here in the next few years. So really looking forward to that. Jacoby, you're kind of the player of the game Friday night, the Print FX and the Farm Bureau player of the game. What did you think about Friday night?
I felt like it was very exciting and intense.
Yeah, we were not only surprised but very excited when the number got called on that double reverse there that got you down inside the 10. I'm sure you were hoping to get in the end zone.
Yeah, I wanted to keep the clock running.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I told Heath during the change of possession that 37 seconds is still going to be an eternity for Will Jones if we gave him too much time. But great defense that Alcoa has as well, keeping him out of the end zone there at the end. Sam, you said you're left guard, is that correct?
Yes, sir, yeah.
First off, I'll go ahead and say outstanding job.
Thank you.
The linemen, all you guys did a wonderful job out there in keeping people off of Thomas and making it easier for him to have a good night, for Jacoby as well, for Micah and the whole crew. You got some really talented running backs to block for. And again, like I said, the line did an outstanding job. We're very happy to see what you guys did.
Yes, sir.
But now you got Bearden coming up. Something a little bit different. I know last year that was an exciting game last year, but now they got a new coach and probably a new offense. Are y'all doing any special preparation?
Go over their blitzes and just their defense a lot. So yeah.
Jacoby, what about the offense on your side? Anything different? Y'all just doing the normal stuff?
Well, Conda their cornerbacks. They play different. They play closer than Maryville's did. So we gotta readjust to that.
Okay. All right. Good. Coulter, got anything?
Yeah, so for both of you guys, what are sort of your personal goals for this season?
I really want us to go undefeated. We already beat Maryville. That's one that I think everybody had. Win state, obviously, but I really think I want us to go undefeated. That's definitely something I really want.
Yeah, and mine's are the same as his.
And that right there, guys, is going to be a statement if you do that, considering everybody wanted so hard for you guys to come up to play 4A.
Yeah.
Thinking that they would be tougher on them. And you do have some tougher teams. You've got some different. Anderson County is one that Heath and I look at as one that's a potential really tough opponent. And then in the playoffs, you definitely have something different than what we've seen before when you're going to have people like Elizabethton and Greenville and teams like that coming up in there. But yeah, going undefeated through the season would be a huge statement for Alcoa coming into 4A. What grade are you in, Kobe?
Senior.
Jacoby, I'm sorry, a
It's
senior.
okay.
So you looking forward to 3 times out of 4?
Yeah.
That's pretty good, something to walk off with.
Yeah.
Yourself,
I'm also a senior.
senior too.
Yeah.
Have either one of you been talked to with any colleges? Anybody talking to you yet, or have you been looking at any possibilities? What are you actually looking to do in college if you go?
I recently got an offer from Emory and Henry, so that was my first one.
Okay, good school.
I've talked to a few smaller colleges, but I don't have any official offers.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely looking to just get my education.
Do you have a selected field you would like to do when you're in college?
Medical.
Medical?
Yeah, I like. Yeah.
Jacoby, how about you?
Business.
Business? That'd be a good one. That'd be a good one. You've got, like we talked about a little bit, you're coming into something new. You've got different teams coming up. We don't have Kingston anymore. We don't have Gatlinburg, Pittman, and all those teams. Now you're going to have teams in the new region. You're going to have Gibbs, South Doyle, Heritage. It's going to be a little interesting playing Heritage. Trying to think who else we had now. Anderson County, Carter as well. Any excitement that you're going to get to travel to some new places and experience some new teams?
I think the playoffs are going to be a lot more exciting. I think it's going to be a lot more challenging than it has been in previous years.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Region 1 and 3A was kind of let's get it over with so we can move on to somebody else. So that was a little hard. Sam, you said you're a senior, Jacoby, you as well. But tell me a little bit about your experience at Alcoa through these last 4 years.
So I transferred to Alcoa last year. Last year was my first year at Alcoa, but I just felt like family as soon as I transferred. It was really easy moving.
You Greenback?
Yeah, I was from Greenback.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I met your dad then.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely something different. But that was something he had talked about as well, was how much Alcoa treats you as a family, you know, not as a stranger or anything. And that's outstanding that a school, you know, in a community does that, because you don't see that a lot. Jacoby, your 4 years, what would you think, looking back on your time at Alcoa, what do you think about these?
I feel like I've grown. I became a better man in a person, and I've just grown. It's like a brotherhood.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, guys, is remember that even after, you're still Alcoa family. You know, you're always, you know, there to be there, support the team, and they support you as well. Looking forward to a really good season. I think Alcoa is going to do really well. Had somebody ask me, and I'll go with kind of towards what you had mentioned earlier, but somebody had asked me earlier, how far did I think Alcoa was going to go, how many games? And I said 15. So I see you guys can make, I see very well that you guys can make it. Coulter, before we finish up, anything else?
Yeah, so just one more question, kind of sort of going back to the Maryville game, who we defeated, a 6A team. How do you feel that win sets you guys up for the season?
I think it's going to give us a lot of momentum going into our season, especially with the new schedule and the better opponents we're going to be playing.
All right, guys, final question here. Just more, we're going to get off football for just a second. But Jacoby, first, what do you like to do outside of football?
I like to play video games and hang out with my friends.
Good choice. Sam?
I would say just hang out with my friends and just getting money in general.
Getting money, money's always good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely.
Never hurts to have a little bit of extra money there. So, all right. Well, again, Sam Garland here with us. Jacoby Cooper. Jacoby, again, was the player of the game for Print FX on Farm Bureau on Friday night, as he and Sam as well leading the way with the great blocks, was making it a little bit easier for Alcoa to get in there playing a very tough Maryville team. We're excited about what we got left coming up for this season, as we have Bearden coming up Friday night, and then we dip into region play against Gibbs on the 5th. Get a little bit of a break as we'll see West not long after that, and then we'll get serious about region play after that. So we're looking forward to a great season, you guys. We hope to get to talk to you more, and we're going to see what happens through the rest of the season. We want to thank you both for being here with us today. And thank you again. So again, my name is Scott Dunkel. I'm here along with Coulter Toe. We appreciate it. Y'all have a good night. And thank you for listening to Tornado Live. Y'all have a good evening. So wasn't that fun, guys? got to, other than just briefly, get to work with you a little bit more.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah, for sure.